Petite Martinique is the smallest of the tri-island state of Grenada. With a size of about 500 acres, it's home to a population of just under 900 people. The main livelihood on the island is fishing, which supplies about 90% of Grenada's fish export. But in recent years, climatic conditions coupled with inappropriate land use practices have damaged the marine environment, especially the reefs, and caused severe land erosion on the island.
As a result of the deforestation on the eastern side of the island, we have a lot of silt getting into the reef system and killing off some of the reefs. So now the reefs are not as high as they are to really protect the land from the high sea level rise. We're getting the full force of the waves coming in from the Atlantic. That in turn is eroding most of our coastlines. We lost over 50% of our playing field. We also lost a lot of coastline during the 2015 hurricane season. Nothing was done in the past to really mitigate this problem. It's only recently, in 2014, we were able to apply for a project to address the playing field area, but the problem of coastal erosion still exists on the island.
In response to the devastating effects on vegetation and the marine environment, the Petite Martinique Fishermen Cooperative implemented a community climate change adaptation project funded by the UNDP ICAS project.
The project was implemented under the Community Climate Change Adaptation Fund, which is one of the components of the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Strategy project, funded by the German government and the UNDP and implemented in collaboration with the government of Grenada.
One component of the project is to increase the water storage capacity on the island, where we'll be repairing a cistern or a storage tank at the school, replanting of trees along the coastal area on Sanchez. The major component of the project is drainage control and reforestation in the Madame Pierre area, where we'll be addressing land erosion and deforestation that occurred over the years due to people cutting down the trees and overgrazing. We also have an educational component which will address building awareness among the islanders.
We explained the questions of overgrazing. If you have them housed or you have them managed, or you have them controlled, you have them in a fence, what that could do. We want them to have an appreciation for how important it is to have a community understanding and a community approach to responding to the issues that surround them. If every animal owner understands that I have a responsibility to manage my stock, to reduce my stock when the population gets too much for me to control, I am taking at least one step to helping to resolve the problem of overgrazing and the eventual effect of desertification on Petite Martinique.
I can't afford to tie these amount of animals, so all I need is to fence a little part, let the grass grow, and then you could put them in, and when it go down, you could let them be outside.
We have to change the whole idea of how we do business in Carriacou, and even in Petite Martinique here. Now we should have a better idea about the food per animal, how we control even sanitation-wise. You know, because we're not, as Dr. Louisan said, we're not supposed to smell to know where the farm is. So these are areas on management strategies. Pasture management is needed. We also need to grow grass.
The building of check dams, establishing a nursery, and tree planting along the coast. The refurbishment of a 10,000-gallon public water system to improve water storage capacity on the island, beach monitoring and profiling, public awareness and education sessions about environmental matters and health and wellness, all components of an exciting, sustainable climate change project for Petite Martinique that will help curb further damage to marine life and the land surface.